riverbed area. Wild rhubarb is growing really well this year, and I'm guessing the reason for it is because the cattle that have free range here aren't eating it all yet this year. I haven't seen them out here, so I don't know what's up with that. Anyway, I'm gonna hike up onto a mountain and play the hand drums, play the djembe in memory of my friend Doug Sweet. This is his djembe. He just died 2 nights ago, so, well, it'll be 3 nights ago actually, by tonight. This is the mountain I plan to go up and play the djembe on. I'll call it Doug's Mountain for now. There's nothing in here that isn't medicine and or food. Basically both. It is so strange. We're in this herb garden. It's food and it's medicine. And it's all around us, and there's nothing that grows that doesn't have a purpose as food or medicine, or at least, I mean, I'm even finding out the things that I had no idea had medicine value that I just thought were for tools, like, you know, for making cord out of or something, you know. Even all of those plants are food or medicine or both. It's so weird that we're surrounded, we're in this huge garden. Everything is useful, yet nobody seems to know it. They're all going to grocery stores and pharmacies, you know, and getting drugs, and it's just becoming a weirder and weirder experience for me to be out here and to see all these plants here. They're all food and medicine. Every single one of these things you see. Everything. No exception. Everything that's growing. All that green, it's all food and or medicine. No exception. Everything that grows. I don't even know what to say. It's just, we live in this world where everything is so upside down and backwards in our thinking. I think we only left the garden in our minds, in our thinking, in our way of life. Because as far as I can see, it's still here. We just began cultivating, and we began, you know, the arts of animal husbandry, and then along came kings and governments to rule over everybody instead of, in place of the Creator. They usurped the throne of the Creator, instituted human governments that became our gods, our idols, so that instead of giving glory to the one who made all of this, we give glory to them and we pray to them in time of need. Here it is, Doug Sweet's mountain. I almost feel bad for not picking a taller mountain. The thing is, you know, I'm kind of a little bit depressed, tired, which is feeling bad does, you know. It's a good mountain, so I'm gonna go up there and play Doug's djembe. Rock echeveria. Now, I read somewhere that these have no culinary nor medicinal value that is known. Not true. And by the way, these aren't as easily recognizable without the flower on them. Yeah, because it'll grow a stem just like any agave plant, and it'll grow, you know, flowers at the top. Okay, as for the medicinal and culinary uses, of rock echeveria, let me enlighten you. By the way, I only see rock echeveria growing on the south bank of creek beds. In this case, obviously, a dry creek bed, or river beds, or whatever. Basically on the... I have a feeling if we go over to that bank over there, which would be the north bank, we won't see any. Let's find out. Okay, so here's the north bank, the same creek bed. There's also something else missing. Note, there's no rock echeveria. Also that green moss that was growing along the bank. And that is inconspicuously missing also from these rocks. This green moss. This moss. This is what I'm saying. This moss. The lichen. The lichen. And by the way, some lichens are edible if you're in a tundra region where nothing else seems to be growing, like say you're in Antarctica. Be aware of what types of lichens are growing there. But see, this is all on the south bank. It's getting a lot more shadow at this time of the year. So I found rock echeveria growing on top of a mountain. For instance, on the south side of the mountain, where it would get plenty of sunshine. Here, these plants are being shielded from the sun at this time of the year. Here's where the water is actually flowing. Doug's Mountain, on my way. February 26th, the jojoba is budding, just like the sumac is. The thorn bush and wolfberry is already growing berries so soon. This is willow. It's not really a true willow, so some of the medicine uses of willow that you may be accustomed to don't apply. For instance, it's not aspirin, but it has other uses. Mormon tea is budding, like a lot of those others. The buds on it right now. Best time to pick Mormon tea would be when the new growth is coming up off the top. That'll make the best medicine tea. really nice echo. This would be a species of lotus. Yep, lotus. Doesn't look like what you think of. When you think of lotus, does it? But that would be what it is. Going up farther. Have been there for me every day. I took him to hospice on the 7th of this month. More than a week later, more than a week past, to see how he was doing. I knew the answer. I've been there for me every day by my side. So more than a week later, after I take him to hospice, I call him. He sounds miserable. I know that he hasn't got much time left. I go out on a hike. Saturday, and 5 days have passed since the time I called him, and I know I need to talk to him. I need to physically go visit him. But Friday night I'd got almost no sleep because of work. I was so tired I had to nap, and then after I was done napping, because I hadn't slept at night, I had to sleep in the day. Then I have to work. I got customers I have to take care of, and then that doesn't really stop for hours, and it's late. Then I get the call that he passed away, and still had to wait till I was done with work, really before I could get in and say my goodbyes too late for him to hear them. And you know, I go in there and I see kind of what I expected to see, you know. The only thing in there is a box of tissues on the table next to his bed. Nobody brought him flowers, or, you know, there were no cards. Nobody had visited him except probably his ex-wife, who was there every day like I should have been. You know, and then I remember when I helped him move into, you know, environment there, and he bought a djembe, this one, the djembe. This will be the djembe. You know, and he bought a couple things, and I know that he suggested, hey, you know, they've got a place here where we can play, you know, maybe we could do something for Christmas or whatever. And I was like, yeah, maybe we should. I never did. I couldn't really tell him, you know, I'm tired of doing music. You know, that part of me, there's a lot of frustration and bad memories, and I don't want to play the guitar anymore, and I don't want to sing anymore. Same as I did with the magic show, you know? I used to be, you know, do kids shows every day. That was what I did for a living. I got tired of it, you know. It started representing work to me. Well, with music there was, you know, bad memories and frustrations. So I was like, yeah, we should, you know, but I never initiated anything. Well, I know on the 20th of November, you know, he and I went out for coffee. Had salad, you know, had lunch, had coffee. This coffee house we like to go to. And maybe a day or two later, he found out he had liver cancer. You get liver cancer when you don't even drink. There's Mount Zion on the sides of the north, the city of a great king. You know, and it was stage 4. His heart was too weak, and he had, they couldn't do the tests that they would have to do if they wanted to operate or whatever. He would have died on the operating table. So they hooked him up with hospice, you know. I took him to a center, you know, and they tried to hook him up with home care, but you know, we discovered that he couldn't. I mean, he was too far along. He needed help all the time, you know. So that was on the 7th. You know, I met up with his ex-wife Elaine and him, and I took him to hospice. So just more than 2 weeks after that, he's gone, you know. It was less than 3 months from the time we found out he had cancer. You know, the thing is, even when I knew he was dying of cancer, I said, hey, you know, I should bring by my guitar sometime, and you know, you can play your djembe, and you know, and we'll do some music. He said, yeah, we should do that. And you know what? I'm such a selfish prick. You know, I didn't want to play the guitar, and I didn't want to sing, and I didn't feel like it, so I didn't. You know, he would have been there for me And I don't want to live the rest of my life with regrets like this. Would I do this to my own parents? This guy was a real friend, you know? He was there for me for years. I want to live my whole life, you know, regretting and wishing that I was a better friend when I'm a crap friend. I don't know what to do about it, because I am a crap friend, you know? That's who I am. He deserves somebody a lot better than me. So I just thank God for that man, and that he was in my life when I needed him, you know? Through the, you know, tough times that I had to go through, he was there for me. I just pray to God that I become a better person, you know, for my friends in the future. Regret sucks, you know? I want to live my life like that. You know, I think the thing that is the most fulfilling is making other people happy, you know? Doing things for others. Because, you know, hey, I don't feel like playing the guitar, let's not. I have regret instead of having good memories. And, you know, a long time ago we did those things. You know, we played together in a couple coffee houses. He played drums and I led music in a church. We have good memories, but to me, you know, what makes a real friend is whether you're really there, you know, in a time like that, you know. And I want to learn from this to be a better friend. Video is for the memory of Douglas Sweet. I love you, my friend. Go to God. I'll see you in a little while. My friend, where are you going? My friend, my beautiful friend, where are you going? Don't let your sun go down. Don't let your sun go down on me. Don't let your sun go down. Don't let your sun go down. Don't let your sun go down on me. I will see you there at the rising sun. The rising sun. The rising